Okay.
All right. Hi there. Before we begin this episode of the Nerdcast, I'd like to encourage everyone out there that if you enjoy this episode, to share it with all your friends on social media. This way, we are able to help grow the community here in Edmonton and keep everyone up to date on the latest news and information regarding the geeky, nerdy people, groups, and events that happen in and around the city of Edmonton. Also, if you or anyone you know would like to be featured on our show, please feel free to contact us over at northernnerdnetwork.com. Now, on with the show. And just because I'm so professional at the moment, hang on. We'll see if this works.
I was going to say, when you're talking, look at the camera. The green light. You should have to look at the screen.
Oh, I think you got a different track. There we go.
I like this music. This is pretty nice.
Okay, so welcome back to another edition of the Nerdcast. My name is Dan, and on today's edition of the Nerdcast, we have none other than the co-hostess with the mostest, Chelsea.
Hi, guys.
And on today's episode, we have the fine folks from AIMBOT. You guys can introduce yourselves.
My name is Chris, and
I'm Don, commonly known as the Commissioner.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited to have you guys here today with us. Mainly because I love Lego. Now, you guys are like major Lego people, right?
yes.
Okay.
And
the thing is, like, right now, like,
is more
we
like
have a crazy amount of Lego that's in this house. And like I said earlier, before the show started, we are in the middle of packing up everything, and all our Lego is now packed away into boxes. And it's, you know what?
Does your house feel
Moving
bare?
Lego in boxes is a lot trickier than it sounds.
Are they built sets?
I'm trying to keep the sets together.
Oh,
Like the boxes, I have a ton of just random Lego, which is fine. I can deal with that. It's the sets. We have lots of like, especially Star Wars sets in our house.
That are
so we
built
got, like, the
and are
Millennium
usually on
Falcon,
fancy
all the
display.
different and you're like, how am I supposed to transport this thing without it busting into a billion pieces?
well, we've learned to use Ziploc bags, those large freezer bags.
Yes.
That's the best way to transport them. Because whenever we go on trips, like for example, when we went to Vancouver, when we had these big, massive Lego displays, putting them in, breaking them up into sections, putting them into Ziploc bags saves so much
time. Yeah.
So chunks of built pieces in a bag and then stand the bags in a box.
Ziploc bags. But yeah, the Millennium Falcon is a little bit bigger than the Ziploc bag.
That thing's massive. That one's gonna be a challenge. You're right.
So yeah, other than that, like most of them, like we've been putting them in bags as much as we possibly can. So, but yeah, it's definitely a challenge. So anyways, I have already comments saying, "Where's the fancy background?" Well, the fancy background is packed away.
Is that from Aaron?
No, that's from Marcus.
Oh, yay. Hi, Marcus.
So anyways, like I said, we got the nice folks from AIMBOT. But we love to start each episode off by hitting with the hard questions right off the hop. We like to ask everyone how their week was. So we'll start with you guys over there. How was your guys' week?
That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I enjoyed the sun. Was out on the bike for a couple times, so was enjoying the sunshine. That's for sure.
For me,
what's that?
It's been like really nice the last little while.
Oh yeah.
Especially, which is weird because it's May long weekend right now, and I'm still expecting it to snow.
I know, we're kind of on the edge on that. Hey, no, let's hope not. Let's hope not.
We're not out camping, remember?
Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet, I guess.
No,
No.
we got another day to go.
That's true.
But
No.
it's been pretty nice the last few days.
Yep, that's
Absolutely.
true. Well, one of the things that we've been cooking up in AIMBOT was we were working on our school programs. So since we're going to be doing a workshop in Children's Fest, we are working heavy on our school stuff. So we got some really nice programs coming up. That's my week. It's all work.
It's been all work on brochures and
Programs.
Yeah.
Trying to implement Lego into the curriculum somehow, and we got some really fun stuff.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So, Chelsea,
Yeah.
let me ask you,
Mm-hmm.
how was your week?
Oh, thanks for asking, Dan. My week's been pretty good. Much like Edmonton, the sunshine has finally decided to show its face in Vancouver as well, which has been lovely. The last 2 days have been scorching hot here. So hot, in fact, that we busted out the clothesline in the backyard, went into the dollar store and got clothes pegs so we could actually use our clothesline. When we first moved into the place in December, that was one of the things we were so happy to discover, that off our patio at the back of the house, out to one of the trees in the yard, there was a clothesline for drying clothes. And, because we're super nerdy, and what's that we can save on our hydro bill because we don't have to use the dryer.
That's awesome.
So yeah, it's been warm enough to bust that out. So, and we had good friends of ours, their daughter. We are Auntie Chelsea and Uncle Tim, and so we had our niece over last night for a camp out in the backyard. So we set up the tent, and we got all the fixins for barbecuing hot dogs and making s'mores, and it was pretty epic.
That's awesome.
Mhm.
Well,
Miss those days.
I have we've been like at our place, we've been really enjoying the sunshine. We've been doing a lot of packing as well, but we've been trying to enjoy the sunshine as much as we possibly can. We've been outside a little bit, but my kid, my oldest one, he has been bugging me for the whole weekend for one of those. Have you ever heard of these things? Whatever this thing is.
Oh, fidget spinners.
Yeah.
Yep.
So he has been driving me nuts trying to get one of these things all weekend. So I went to the dollar store today and picked him up a fidget spinner.
And you're going to keep it now, aren't you?
Well, it's mine now. I got two.
Yeah, it's fun.
So I had to get one for Malachi as well. So I can't do it with my left hand as well. This is my. Anyways, they're kind of annoying, but whatever. I don't care. They're like, I'm comparing these things to Pogs, because they are everywhere, and every kid has them, and it'll be in about, I would say, another month or so. They'll be gone. You won't even see these things anymore.
You think so?
They're a pretty good sensory tool from somebody who works with kids in schools who are on the spectrum. Those will be around in sensory programs forever now.
But I believe that these are going to get kicked out of schools, just like Pogs were. I already see that happening. I know some schools have already started to ban these in some of their schools, and so.
Too bad.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
I don't even know what they're supposed to, other than me doing. I can't even do it anymore. Other than doing that.
Can you do tricks? Are you able to do tricks?
This is my trick, right? Put on my hat.
Oh my God.
There you go.
Put it on this hat.
You should take that show on the road, Dan.
I know. I should
You'll make millions,
video like all those other kids do, and get 2 million views for doing like 50 tricks. I can,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
It's like those beanie thing?
Beanie hat.
Beanie hat.
Yeah.
Beanie hats.
Beanie hat for the new age.
We have two, right? Okay, so you can see this is pink. There was three kinds. There was the red one, there was the pink one, and there was a white one. And Malachi picked up the pink one, and I'm like, oh, you don't really want a pink one. And I gave him the white one, and I was ready to go and buy these things. And he's standing there crying, like bawling his eyes
Why
out.
doesn't he want the pink one, Dan?
Well, I didn't. Whatever. Anyways, he wanted the pink one. I said fine, and he ended with the pink one. So, but this pink one, okay, so I feel ripped off slightly because this one does not have the spinny gear things in the ball bearings on the sides. They're just like weights. They're just weights. That's this one here. The same place. I bought them at the same place. They have the ball bearings on the side. I don't know.
No, that's
garbage.
Weird.
I paid the same amount for this piece than I did the other one.
Which one spins better?
I actually think the pink one does.
Oh, okay, there you go.
So it all balances out in the end.
It all balances out in the end, really. I think you can probably get a little bit more time out of this pink one than you can out of this red one. This one makes more noise. You hear that noise? I'm losing viewers as we are speaking more and more about fidget spinners.
Well, something that arguably could be a fad for kids to something that is tried and true and tested, loved by kids of all ages throughout the ages. Lego is the reason that we are here this evening.
Amen.
Don't forget adults. We're all in the whole thing.
Kids of all ages.
Adult kids
right?
as well.
Kids of all ages. So
I'm just gonna play with my fidget spinners all night though.
Our lovely guests this evening from AIMBOT. So I'm going to start out with what I think is the obvious question for our listeners and viewers tuning in who may not know about you guys from around the city.
Okay.
Who is AIMBOT? What does AIMBOT stand for? Who are you?
Oh, you want me to talk? Okay, so AIMBOT stands for Alberta Institute of Mentors and Builders of Tomorrow. And it is a Lego non-profit Lego users group. And we are Lego recognized. So we are considered a LUG. So that's what Lego users group stands for. And it was something, can I say that? I started and then
I kind of pushed you, yeah.
Yep. Commissioner is one of the first founding members. But essentially, it all started with myself working for Lego. Commissioner was part of a Lego group in Edmonton, and we combined forces, and we thought, why not combine mentorship and Lego and use that as a positive way of influencing people?
Yeah.
So now, as I understand it, AIMBOT is kind of a new incarnation of potentially an older group that used to exist. Is that right?
No,
they're still around.
They're still around. We kind of split, and Chris and I have taken a different view on how Lego should be interacted with the children and be more positive, make it more creative, more interactive, and from that point of view, try and make a difference in somebody's life with Lego versus just showing what you've built.
Right.
Yes, sorry, that's what I meant. So the mentorship aspect of it really became the prime focus for you guys.
Absolutely. Yeah. Like that's a really funny story because this whole thing with AIMBOT started with a parent approached me in a Lego show and asked, why isn't this Lego show open to kids? And we're thinking okay, so what do you mean by that? How does Lego affect your kid? And she was saying, Lego gets him out of trouble. And from that point, we just started thinking, why can't we introduce this whole Lego inspiring people, through public shows with other kids or other people, just in general?
Just in general. The other thing, too, is that a lot of things that we've done or some other activities that we've done gone on some different veins, if you want to put it that way, and that's with interacting with troubled kids, troubled teens. We've had a group of runaways or dysfunctional kids that we've got together, and actually the Lego got them to work as a group.
Yes.
Which can have thinking more of a community. And the other part was, what about parenting skills? You know, Lego's showing the parents actually what their parenting skills are when their kids are using it. So it's interesting from that.
That's awesome.
So what kind of events are you guys a part of then?
Well,
Wow.
that's a
Which
real
event?
Which event? Well, we've done lots. Like in the past, we've done public shows, library shows, where they come out and ask us to be what they call artists. So featured artists, where we visit, show off Lego and do workshops. A lot of our events are similar to what you guys have seen with Free Comic Book Day.
Yep.
Where we come out, we bring the Lego, we bring the fun, we bring contests, and also we bring our mentors, like Lego experts that show off their builds. So there's shows like that. There's also workshops that we do from in Devon, Beaumont. We've been in Stony Plain
And
Whistle, Spruce Grove, Lac La Biche, Calgary. It's whoever's interested in Lego and reaches out to us. We're open to it.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Well, not only that, we actually have tackled on doing whole schools in one day.
Oh yeah, those are the best.
Yeah.
They're so fun.
So can you bring me through like maybe one of your events that you've done just even recently, aside from like the Happy Harbor Free Comic Book Day one that you guys have done?
Well, one of the things that we have reoccurring is a Devon workshop, Devon Library workshops. So that was our pilot program, where we have kids come in, drop off, walk in, register, whatever, and we have Lego Club there. And the idea of doing it in Devon and all these other outside communities in Edmonton is to bring Lego to them, because they don't have access to a Lego store. So we bring Lego to them. And I mean, some of these smaller communities, they don't really have much to buy Lego with. So having the convenience of bringing Lego to them, they love it. I mean, the kids get to build, the parents get to, relax for a couple of hours, and they also get to meet other kids, in their community that has the same interest. So we're building bridges, so to speak, in outside Edmonton communities.
Yeah, I would say so.
So now you talked about you just briefly mentioned your one-day school tour, but before we went live, you were talking about getting really excited about building new school curriculum programs.
Yep.
That sort of really sparked my interest as somebody who works in schools. Without giving too much away, or I don't know if that's something that you're worried about doing or not, or if you want to like shout from the mountaintops, oh my God, yes, please, we have all these amazing programs. Whatever you feel comfortable with, talk to us a little bit about what you're developing for school programs moving forward.
So moving forward, just as of this weekend, we have finalized our grade 1 to 6 Lego school program. So the teachers, anybody who's inquiring, will be able to find out what kind of programs we offer. And the subjects that we touch are actually really cool, because we can implement Lego in language arts, social studies, science, and art. So language arts is the really fun part, because we're thinking outside the box. That's why we're so excited about this, because it has taken us, AIMBOT's only been around for a couple of years, almost 2 years. And we've just worked our minds on creating this Lego program that's available for every grade in elementary and any school. So we got tons of Lego, and it's just how we use it.
Which is awesome, and kudos to you as someone who's done lesson planning. Trying to find creative ways to hook stuff into the curriculum is a really big challenge. So kudos to you. That sounds amazing. I'm getting so excited just listening to you talk about it.
So here's what gets better. What we're gonna do is for the teachers that do inquire about our program, we have a follow-up program for them. So we're not just gonna come in and say, this is what we're teaching. Like this is part of the curriculum that you guys can implement us. But what we'll also do is give you guys something to give to the kids as a follow-up, saying, hey guys, the Lego group just came in. You guys can have something to do for the next week after we leave. So we're not going to leave you high and dry. We'll work with you guys. And it's just, if you guys want us back, we do have a way of doing 2-day programs or a follow-up week program. So it's all in the cost. And that's something that we really wanted to offer.
Yeah.
That sounds like absolutely amazing. So what made you guys decide that schools are what we want to do?
Well,
Yeah, actually saw the biggest difference, right?
yes, that's true. Yeah.
The most creativity, the most impact that after our visits, been talked about. Even we've been and cleaned up and come back, and the kids have seen us in a break, and they're all high-fiving us, and they're really excited that we actually came and visited their school, and it's just. They just go home excited, and their parents love it. It's because we did something else other than, we did play for them, but it was actually a learning lesson.
With the schools, we also see how much the teachers appreciate it. And having the ability to work with the teachers and help them teach is a big part of it, because, it is hard what teachers do. And for us to complement the curriculum, to be able to help them in some way, that's our way of giving back. And especially these kids, how cool is it to have Lego in your school? Like, that's like a rock star move, right? Like, you can tell your parents, oh, we got Lego at school. Like, how cool is that? So,
yeah, parents don't have to go out and buy it. They just send the kids to school.
Right.
So how's that? Both win. Yeah.
It's a win-win all around, right? That's amazing. So let me ask you guys, let's go back a little bit further.
Sure.
What made it so that what instilled that love of Lego in your guys' lives growing up?
Oh, this guy's the best guy to talk to. He's got a good story. Why do you like Lego?
Why do I? Well, this is a real interesting and story that goes back quite a few years ago, and I built something, and what happened was that it was the Misericordia Hospital, the original one, and it was all ran by nuns at the particular time when it was built, and 2 old nuns came up, and one stood there, and she was crying because this is the place where she actually worked. And to see it built out of Lego brought back some memories that she remembers from when she was a nun in this particular hospital. So that creativeness is something that was really, make you strive. You did something good from that point of view, makes you feel good.
That's quite the story. How about you, Chris?
So I came out of what we called in the Lego world Dark Ages. So I recently just got back into Lego. Dark Ages is when you stop playing with Lego for, your high school and your college year. So I've been out of the loop for 14 years. Got back into it just a couple of years ago, and first thing I wanted to do was work for Lego. So I'm an architect by trade, and I got bored out of my career, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to reach out to somebody that works for Lego and have them tell me what can I do to get into Lego. And I did my research. Somebody from Lego was kind enough to reply, like a designer, and his name was Jordan Schwartz. He designed the Palace Cinema, if anybody remembers that. It's a modular set. And that was, to me, was just mind-blowing, because Jordan just gave me a list, a to-do list. Like, this is what you do to get into Lego. And I hit all those. And the best part is the first show that I've ever done. Like, when I built Metalbeard's Pirates, like an kind of an
Built the crew.
yeah, the whole crew, and
Oh, wow.
just seeing the way people interact with Lego and just the reaction to see my creation, it was awesome. Like their eyes would light up. People would be smiling, and I was just like, why are people so happy? Just, I mean, it's something I took, I think each robot took about 4 hours to make. So it was like something I took for 2 days to make. And these people are just, wow, like it made their day. And I'm like, I can do that with Lego, with something so small. And this guy's like, hey, people are looking at your Lego creations. And I was just like, people are looking at it? It's great.
Yeah.
So from then on, we just kind of teamed up and like we did Lego shows all around Edmonton, and just the reaction upon reaction and people just being happy. It was such a crazy experience.
Yes.
So we just have a latecomer coming into watching the episode right now, and his name is Aaron, and he said, "Did someone say Lego?" And the answer is yes. We are.
Yes.
Once again, we are talking all about Lego, all about AIMBOT, who is out there hitting the mean streets with their Lego, and yeah. So that's so like amazing to me that you guys would be like so into something like this, and that you guys want to be able to share that with the kids. Now, can you go through with me a little bit about the structure of like your guys' mentorship part of it? Like how do you...
when people search you out and for your programs, how are they assigned a mentor? How does that work?
Yeah.
So the mentorship actually happens within the group. So there's two things about AIMBOT. There's a Lego users group, and there's also the non-for-profit side of things. The way these two interact is when we do Lego shows, let's say public shows, we have the builders, which are the mentors, come out, and all the youngins, like the little guys that come and check out our show, that's where the mentorship starts, where we engage people in conversation, inspire them, talk to them about how we built our creation. That's how the public events work. Now, the other mentorship aspect of it happens in our workshop. So these kids that we see in Devon, in Beaumont, when we see them, we interact with them, of course, but Lego is our icebreaker. It's our way of saying, hi, my name is Chris, or Don. It's hard for normal people to just kind of start a conversation without, being awkward. So we use Lego, and
it's the icebreaker.
It's the icebreaker.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Oh, it's still not dry yet. That's why.
Oh. A little socialness there, yeah.
So how many like how long have you guys, Don, I'm going to ask you this. How long have you been working with Lego and making these kind of creations, the big ones that you've been doing?
This year will be seriously for 15 years.
That's awesome.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like I said, we have so much Lego that's been in this house, mostly in sets, but we have a ton of Lego that's kind of off to the side. But trying to pack all that Lego away. Can you give people tips, especially me, on how to transport Lego?
Selfish motivations.
Yeah,
Dan.
selfish motivations.
Dan has an amazing.
I was gonna say, yeah.
And is now moving, and so he's looking for trips and tips.
Yeah.
I would say it's like we talked a little earlier. Is you got to pack stuff, you've got to box stuff, you've got to saran, get some shrink wrap. Shrink wrap. For the large things, you'd be surprised how well it works. I mean, yes, the pieces may fall off, but you know where they are.
That's right.
There's nothing worse than having something break together and have 4 or 5 things mashed together, and you're going to go, wow, this will be interesting to put together. So, no, that's not a good idea to not individualize your packing.
Always label. That's one thing. Always label. The best thing you could do as well is whenever you're labeling Lego, they have a Lego ID number there. so that number that's always underneath the Lego name or Lego set name, you can find the instruction online. So just in case you lose your instruction, having that label is really important, because we got tons of Lego too. And I mean, who has the time to pack away all those instructions? Sometimes you lose it, right? So
we definitely have kept, I believe, all of our books. Like I actually have a giant box of just books.
Just one.
Just one?
Oh no, there's multiple boxes. It's crazy, but I mean, like, Lego is such it's so big now. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are you guys big fans of the sets, or are you guys more about creating things?
Oh, you know what? I mean, there's creating is probably, whenever we buy Lego, it's for parts. Like, there's a difference between a Lego builder and a Lego collector. And the way we think through whenever we look at sets, we look at cost, we look at what pieces are in it all the time. So, you know, like all this fancy Star Wars stuff, like, it's great, we love it, but we look at what's in it. Like, we always see what's in it.
Is it usable? What can we build out of it? You know, from that point of view.
Or are there any rare pieces? Sometimes whenever we buy Lego, we always look for, let's say, if there's so many of something in it. Like, if there's a specific part that we're looking for, and if there's, for example, 10 of it, we're going to go hardcore on that. We're going to buy 10 of it just because that's the best set to buy for that piece. We get a little carried away. We don't just buy one of everything, which is bad. That's the bad thing.
So in all the years that both of you have been doing this, in the original creations that you have assembled, do you have most memorable or favorite ones that you're most proud of building?
Ooh, well, I mean, my favorite set so far of all time was, there was a Lego set from the Lego movie called Metalbeard's Sea Cow. If you guys have not gotten a chance to build that, oh my god, that thing is like the best set ever. It's great for pieces. The techniques used, I mean, it's so out of the ordinary. It's amazing. That one I was really happy to build. But if you're talking about original creations, there was a robot that I built, like my first or second build. It's about 20,000 pieces, and it's approximately 5 foot tall. And it was displayed a couple of times in Edmonton. It's just having the space to put it. That took the most. It took 43 days to build it, 20,000 pieces. So, and really expensive. How about you, Don?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, my favorite was of my own creation was Misericordia. The thing too is that when you look at the size, it's 5 by 3 feet is its footprint, so it's nothing small, and it's about 2.5 feet tall. So I mean, we're not talking a small one. It has all the rooms in it. I looked at photographs and put the rooms in.
That's crazy.
I'm a machinist by trade, so I found out what size the windows were, and I scaled the whole building based on the window size.
Wow.
And I found on the photos. So I was in the archives for about 2 weeks looking at photos, and then built it from that. So yeah, I still have it. It's still together.
Yeah, we don't take things apart.
That's my follow-up question. How sentimental are you guys about builds that you really like? Do they stay built, or do you, release the pieces back into the universe to be turned into something else amazing?
Nobody likes sorting. Nobody. Like, my biggest thing is sorting Lego is so awful. Like, hold on. Like, this is as far as we got into containers. Like, this is just one element. So sorting something is just such a pain all the time. But nobody, I don't know. Like, I don't take things apart because we do Lego shows. So whenever we do public shows, it's nice to have other people see it before we take it apart. And we've talked about it, like, should we take this apart yet? But I mean, it's a personal choice. For me, I want to build a set of 5 different things in that same genre and then maybe conclude the series. So every year we try to build something awesome every month, something like that, just to have something different.
To show and inspire, yeah.
Yep. And it's the sentimentality comes back when you show people that this is what we started with. This is like something that I built 3 years ago, and see how it progresses. But, once in a while you have to change things up, improve the design. So, I mean, that's why we don't take things apart. It's nice to kind of see the archives of how things kind of develop,
yeah. That's true. And it depends on who's building and how much of a stickler for detail they are. Back in the day when we were allowed to do it, I got on top of the ledge building, and the people who were building the ledge building, I had to correct what they had built, and they were cussing at me for several months because I went up there with measurements and everything else, and they had to do the whole top floor of the legislative building in Lego because of me going up there with a tape measure and a book, and there's a picture of me standing on top on the west wing in front of the Union Jack, and it was kind of, yeah. And now it's still displayed in Edmonton, but yes, that was kind of an interesting kind of thing. And by the way, again, when people think about Lego, the ledge building, which sat in the basement, you can just imagine moving this one. It came in 7 pieces, but it was 8 by 5 feet by 3.5 feet tall.
Insane.
Holy cow.
That's impressive.
So, and that was, I think, about 160,000 pieces.
I don't even want to ask.
Oh my gosh.
So when you think you've got a little bit of Lego, you've got a bunch of Lego, then you run into us guys and we say, oh, you find out how little you really have.
No, it's not a competition, believe us.
Yeah.
Sometimes, like, when you deal with Lego, there's a border between hoarding and collecting and building. Oh my gosh. Sometimes you kind of find yourself at that line when there's a new Lego set that comes out. You're like, hey, do I really need that? Do I like the pieces in it? Oh, it's always our constant dilemma.
The struggle is real.
Yes, it's very true.
First, and about the kids and the adults, what they've done with Basic Brick when you were at the comic store.
So what?
Right? You saw what was, some of the designs that were done with straight.
Oh yeah, like some of the kids that were there for Free Comic Book Day. Some of the things that people were coming up with the just green Lego, and that's all you guys gave them was just the one
green
set.
Lego brick.
Yep.
Just green Lego bricks.
Yeah.
And what they were able to come up with just with those bricks was impressive. Like some of those kids were coming up with some crazy designs.
Well, it wasn't only just the kids. We have a lot of adults. Last year, somebody spent all day building the Enterprise. That was the better part of 3.5 feet, kind of in length type idea. So he spent the whole day building, and it was pretty impressive by the time he finished. Yeah.
And it scares us because we have to take that apart after the show. And we're like, okay, we don't want to stop your, creativity, but we gotta go. How do we get that back? How do we take that apart? It'll take us an hour just to take something apart, but it's part of the work.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
When you are doing something that you love and you're so passionate about, it's always great to show and share that with other people, right?
Yes.
And so that's
That's one of our favorite things about running this show. The guests we have on are just so awesome because they come on the show and we just have amazing conversations because it's so easy to talk to them because they're so passionate about what they're doing. So thanks for joining the ranks of awesome guests to talk about super amazing things.
But Chelsea, I don't know if you saw the picture of our host's son. He actually, when we were at the comic store, made something for the owner, and it was I Love Harbor. And he actually, the owner was tickled pink. You don't know if you've got a picture of it. You should be showing that one and add it to your site. I know you took a picture.
I did take a picture. I think, I'm not sure if we got it up there or not. But yeah, he made this creation, and apparently it's still sitting up there in Happy Harbor.
At the shop, yeah.
Yeah. Now Jay's awesome though. Like he's such a great guy.
Oh yeah,
we've known him for many years, and yeah, that's awesome that it's still there.
But that was part of the mentorship. Your son was kind of like, what should I do? What should I do? I said, come with me. Let's take it up there. And he no, come on. And then he came with me, and he was tickled pink when it was like, this is what it was. And Jesus said, he looked at it and said, you know what? He had something sitting on the counter. He took it off right away, and he said, this is going right here, right beside the till, and it never left there. And so it's still there. So it was a nice thing, you know, somebody else appreciating, you know, inspired, if you want to call it, by somebody else's work.
Right. I mean, sometimes, especially with these little guys that come to our workshop, they don't think that their creations are ever good enough. But for an adult, somebody like us to acknowledge, hey, that is cool, it means the world to them. I mean, it's the reality, really, like something positive coming out of their imagination. They love that. Like, I mean, they'll remember that.
Yeah.
So how big is AIMBOT right now? I mean, I know it's the multi, you know, the different sides of it, but how many mentors through the lug do you have coming out to run workshops and interact with the kids? And
well, it varies. I mean, the Lego, for us to exist, we need to have a minimum of 20 members, which we do. For them to come in for us to all meet at once, it's very hard because we all have lives, right? Yeah. But there are key members, key passionate mentors that are always there. And I mean, there's a core group, of course. Like, we got our directors, which there's 5 of us. But I mean, there are really incredible builders that love to show off their Lego, and they come out, they do a show and tell, they talk to the kids. So, I mean, I would say there's about 20 of us, but really there's a lot more because we're all over Alberta. We got people in Lac La Biche. We got people in Calgary. We have people in Saskatchewan. I mean, there's a lot of AIMBOT members out there. It's just whenever we come together, that's when the party starts.
Well, it's not even just that it's AIMBOT. I mean, we do try to share our passion with other people who, other lugs, if we call them, that enjoy Lego, and we encourage them to come and be part of the AIMBOT show and experience.
Right.
So, I mean, they weren't mentors before, and if you get to somebody to talk about their creation, they will just keep on going. As long as the questions are asked, they'll keep on talking.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where the people out there, where can they find you guys? Like, where can they reach out to you guys and get get some of these programs into their school or whatever, right?
Well, you can find us online. I mean, like, check out our website, www.theaimbot.com. You can reach out there. We got a contact page. We're very active on social media, so if you find hashtag the AIMBOT, I mean, you'll find us there. Twitter, Facebook, super active. Just ask us a question. And all of our programs, we're working on our website to improve it. But if you ask us a question, send us a request, we'll be there. Here, I'll show you guys a little sneak peek of our new brochure. No, I can't do that. So it's new, updated. We listen to people and teachers' feedbacks. Every time we do a show, we listen to people's feedbacks, and we improved it, and now we got some new programs. And yeah, you just ask away. We'll send it to you guys.
Awesome. Well, we're gonna move into a little bit of on the show. Sorry. We're gonna move into the part of the show where we talk a little bit more about some of the events that are coming up in the city here. First off, I'd like to mention there's a high score pop-up. Now, high score is basically you guys ever hear of like esports?
Yeah.
Yeah. So basically that's what it is. We got a video game championship basically coming up here in Edmonton. And they have it at Hudson's Canadian Pub. And this is going to be on May 25th, which is it's coming up here pretty quickly, actually, next week.
Yeah, 4 days away.
4 days away. So yeah, that's a good
Thursday the 25th.
Yes. So it is going to be one of those things. If you're into video games, they're going to be there. Just check them out. You guys can find them on Facebook. Just look up High Score Pop-Up number 3, and it'll be there. You can also go to our website, which is northernnerdnetwork.com, under our events page, and we will have that listed in there as well. We also have YAG D&D, which one of our friends, Chelsea, is, I believe, going to be part of that YAG D&D.
Would it be the wonderful Ben Yendall by chance?
No, actually,
No?
Glenna.
Glenna Showalter, the lovely Glenna.
The lovely Glenna. So one of our friends is actually going to be part of the YAG D&D. So yeah, go and check that out. May 27th. We have, I don't know the actual address. It will be on our website again. Go check that out. And it'll be there. Also, we have the Classic Video Game Championships coming up here as well. And this is going to be in the Nate North lobby on May 27th and 28th. Now,
Awesome.
Do you guys like classic video games at all?
Yeah, totally. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? I mean, you guys are talking about
Marvel
Lego.
versus Capcom.
Classic video games go hand in hand. I mean, honestly. So yes, classic video game championships. These guys are hardcore about their classic video games. I mean, they bring out the big, heavy CRT
machine
and everything.
They've got super old school systems that they bust out, and it's kind of a pretty neat, like, amazing chance to play some super fun video games you probably haven't played in a really long time, but also like almost kind of a time capsule as you like walk around the setup to look at all the old systems that they've got out. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And yeah, that'll be happening on May 27th and 28th in the North Lobby. And we also have the 7th annual Medieval May. If you like knights and fighting, and the Tournament of Champions is going to be happening. This is going to be on Saturday, May 27th from 11 to 4 at King Edward Community League. And yeah, they got a lot of stuff going on there. There's like a little market and all sorts of stuff going on. I mean, it's pretty awesome. $5 admission. Children under 5 are free. Yeah, go check that out. It's pretty awesome.
We also have the costume.
Yeah,
only if you want to.
They are authentic knights. These are like, they are the proper metal, like, shapes, and leather has to be this way. Oh, they're like,
now is it the Knights of the Northern Realm?
They are the Knights of the Northern Realm. Yep.
Well, that's cool.
So yeah,
they're official.
They are HEMA accurate.
Yes. We also have a pop-up cupcake cat cafe happening at the Tabletop Cafe on May 28th. And it's going to be like a chance for you to play tabletop board games
with kitty cats.
Pet kitties.
Oh, man.
I mean, it is going to be an awesome night. I just want to be able to sit on the other side of a table and go, your move.
I want to build the longest road with a kitty cat in my lap.
Yeah. I mean, how you can play the villain so well with a cat on your lap. Excellent. All right. So yes, they are going to be there at the cat cafe. I believe the cats are provided. So please don't bring your own cat. Yeah. May 28th at the Tabletop Cafe. And the last one we have is the June 11th. We have CollectorCon happening at the Italian Cultural Center. If you are into collectibles and like just trying to find that rare item, this is the place to go.
They also usually have a lot of good artwork. A lot of
Yes.
artists that show up there to show their artwork. So
Don't forget Lego.
Yes,
Mhm.
they will have Lego, I'm sure, for there. It'll be awesome. So Edmonton CollectorCon will be happening on June 11th at the Italian Cultural Center. And that's all I have for events on our list here today. Thank you guys so much for coming out. This was awesome.
No
I love
problem.
Lego. I love you guys. You guys are awesome. I'm so glad you guys are out there and you guys exist. Because
Well, and that you're inspiring a new generation
Yeah.
of Lego lovers.
That's the idea. That's
Yeah.
the whole idea. We're
It's
not going to be here forever. I mean, come
it's
on.
awesome.
We got to get new guys out there.
Yeah, you're gonna make it so that my pocketbook is even lighter.
That's not. I'm sorry. We're sorry.
Yes, but your son will be much happier.
Oh yes, of course. So
We
yes,
do.
Think
we
of
do
it as an investment. It's an investment.
Yes. But we do encourage all our young builders to build with what they have. Don't
Yes.
go looking for what's another set. It's use what you have and you'll be surprised what you can come up with.
Yeah.
It saves you guys money. Tell them that. We do try and help.
Well, and the creativity that's for me always been one of the best things about Lego, and one of its cornerstones is sure they make sets that you can build, but it also gives you the freedom and the flexibility to just, imagine fantastical things and see if you can make them.
That's true.
I mean,
It's
half
great
the time, that's the thing, right? When I was a kid, growing up, it was so important for me to like just create more so. Like I didn't get the sets when I was a kid, right? We always made our own creations all the time, and that was always the fun for me. Was always building those things, and that's what I look fondly on. And I'm sure my kid I'm hoping to be the same, right?
So be sure you build with them. Always build with them.
Always build with your kids.
Good advice to lead the show. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on again.
Yes, thank you so much for being here and sharing your passion with us, and hopefully we can get the word out about you guys
Well, I mean, we're going to be at Children's Fest at the end of May in St. Albert. So
Awesome.
We'll be there all week. We got people from all over Alberta coming to display their stuff. So please stop by, hang out with us. I mean, walk away with maybe some exclusive Lego swag. You never know. Can't say too much.
And
Awesome.
I mean, aside from awesome Lego, Chris and Don are just awesome. So stop by and say hi to them while you're building Lego.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, that's it. That's all. I want to thank everybody out there for watching and or listening to this edition of the Nerdcast. And I'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.
Bye.
That was so awesome. All right, that hour went by so fast.
Feels like I'm ironing.
Like that thing she's got going on. It's the kitty cat thing. You're patting the kitty cat. Oh, yeah, it's a little warm. Yeah.
All right, we want to thank everybody who listens to the show and ask everyone if you can share it with your friends on social media. The Northern Nerdcast is produced by myself, along with Chelsea Thompson and Trina Schessel. And that's all the time we have. I want to thank everyone for listening to this edition of the Nerdcast. I'll see you guys on the next one.